Hey guys, and it's currently like 2:40 in the night. It is currently Wednesday morning, technically. I still call it Tuesday night, but it's currently Wednesday. I've been invited out to a friend's birthday. Oh, not a friend, a girl I met once when I was out with my old friend, like my very old close friend I had here. She was like the closest friend I had here, and me and her, we were so like this, like sometimes it felt like me and her, we'd only known each other for a few months, right? But we were just so on the same wavelength. It's crazy. Like, I'd never met someone so similar to me in so many ways. Um, and that all being said, what happened recently with the friend group, she was one of them who, in the friend group, she came and sit with me, watched me cry, like, watched me basically have a mental breakdown because I was so, like, exhausted. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Obviously, my actions, maybe I ruin some things for people, and that's my bad. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to sit with someone while they're crying and tell them that you're going to stand through shit with them, and then to ghost them the next day. I understand maybe the actions made her want to ghost me, but I did write an apology letter too, and I got nothing back to that. I did even offer to send money on her birthday, and she left me unopened. That being said, I still love her. Like, as a friend, I wish her the best because I look through our pictures, and in every single picture I have of her, we were smiling. We were always smile. That actually hurts to say. Some things that you just, oh, I don't think I'm ready to deal with that one because I don't cry in front of people. I say this, I'll cry on YouTube, but I don't cry in front of people in real life. And yeah, those were the two friends I've ever cried in front of in my life. And maybe I have one or two friends back there who I've cried in front of in my life. But like, I don't cry in front of friends, and they sat there and watched me cry, and then called my parents and told them how much apparently my life was a mess, and then abandoned my life and cut me out of everything. That's not the point, though. No, like even my parents are saying, like in the car, I was talking to them the other day about this friend, like, and all the times we used to go clubbing and stuff. And my mum was like, "You sound so happy when you talk about your times with them," and it's the truth because I was happy. They made a large section of my year this year good, so thank them for that. I don't hate them or anything. It's just basically she's gonna be there, not the other girl who really kind of had a confrontation. The other girl can't make it, but she's gonna be there. And then it's like these two girls we met like once before, and it's like I've worked so hard. I've literally worked so hard to get to like the finish line of this month of not drinking. And I don't know why it's a big thing to me because like I keep telling myself in my head I was never gonna be sober forever. You know what I mean? But like the more time I go, the more I'm like, is this something I want to sacrifice? And I know like drinking's not gonna derail me completely, but I just sometimes just feel like I turn into, I don't know, I just feel so let down in myself. But I know part of me wants to. It's just I don't think this is something I want to give it up for, right? But then everything in my head is telling me I want to go. Because it's like you're going clubbing, you're going to be in an environment of music. These could potentially be friends for next year. However, though, if she's there, then this friend group's like merged with that friend group, and I'm just going to get dragged back into the same circle I've left twice. And I think that's like God's gonna actually start beating with me with a hammer because this is me and friend groups. Like, this is my thing with friend groups, right? Like, I'm always saying, like, I don't know, I'm gonna leave this friend group. Like, me and my friend, we literally back there, me and my friend Shaker, we have this inside joke that I can't leave a friend group because I leave them and then somehow I'll block them on everything, like no contact, nothing. 2 months later, you'll see me back with the same friend group. Because I don't know, it's like how you run back to toxic exes. I've never had a toxic ex, so I wouldn't know, but I feel like the situation's probably pretty similar, right? It's like you worry there's nothing else out there because you're not patient enough to wait for it. So, right before God probably gives you what you want, you run back into the toxicness and just then you're like at point A, I don't think I'm gonna go. Like I've asked God for a sign, but I think also like they say, your gut instinct is the Holy Spirit talking to you. And I think that's also what you feel in your heart sometimes. And like weirdly this time, right, it's my head that's telling me to go. It's my heart that's telling me not to. In just two different ways. Because normally it's like my heart saying go, like we're gonna find the love of our life, let's go drink, let's try this out. And it's my head saying like don't do it, like it's not right, right? This time my head's saying like we're probably not gonna find friends next year, like we don't know who we're gonna hang out with next year, we're gonna be all alone. This is our one chance, like go, because we have to break sobriety anyway, so it's gonna be harder to break sobriety when we go back there because I'll have been in it for a longer amount of time than if I break it here. But my heart's saying like this isn't the one you want to sacrifice it for. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'll break my sobriety back where, what's it called? Back where home is, you know what I mean? Like, I can do that back there because I have friends I trust there. I have friends I'm happy with sober there. And this is what I started saying to my mom. I was like to my mom, like, when I'm making friends here from now on, I want to make friends sober first. Like, I want to make friends when I'm just me completely. My socially awkward, maybe a bit insane, stupid self. Like, just who I am at my core, right? And then we can go off and drink together, you know what I mean? I don't want to make friends drunk and then have to show who I am sober. Because I feel like the trap you get into when you make friends drunk is like, you show them this side of you that maybe it's you with no inhibitions, right? But that's not you all the time. Like, drunk me and sober me were similar in ways. Like, I think drunk me, a lot of the times, is just sober me taken to the extreme where, like, I'm not scared of what people think of me, so I'll just be happy. But then, also, there's the bad side of that sober me would never do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not chaotic, but I create chaos sometimes when I'm drunk, and it's like, I would never do that. So, but that's the point, that I want to get to know people sober first. I don't want to, I feel like when you get to know people drunk, right, you go, like, it's like, I don't know, again, never been in a relationship or anything before, but it's like how people shag before a first date or whatever that even means. I don't understand. Like, you get really close to people and know them in ways you wouldn't have, and then you have to, like, backtrack, like, steps before and figure out if you even like these people as normal they are because you've only seen them in one state. I don't know what I'm saying here. Like, all my temptations are literally telling me to go and drink tomorrow because it's like, I don't know, rake the soberness before summer starts because we know we're gonna go out functions in summer. My Shein haul's coming, so we can look like a baddie when we go out, you know. And then I'm like, what would I even do there? Like, I'm making like contingency plans with myself for when I go out because, A, they're going to like a club I don't really like because the club's just got, I don't want to say very sinful people, but yeah, basically sinful people in the club. I'm just like, that club always makes me anxious because it's just not my vibe. B, it's like, a pub we're going to is a Wetherspoons. Last time I was in a Wetherspoons, like, that was where the whole drama went down. It's always packed, always makes me anxious. I just don't want it. Is it weird to say? I don't want it. And especially not with these people, right? It's like, back there, I think it'd be like a whole different scenario for me breaking sobriety. It's like, I'll break sobriety when I want to break sobriety, but I'm not going to sacrifice it for this. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going delusional here talking to myself, but I just have to, like, talk to myself because I need to, like, get this off my chest to myself, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it's just like, sorry guys, if my eyeliner looks a bit messed up, it's because I've fallen asleep, so yeah. But what's it called? No, I don't know what I'm trying to say. These people aren't worth, I have put in, at this point, 24 days worth of progress. That's 3 weeks and 3 days worth of progress. And I want to make it to next Wednesday, this time next week, by God's will and God's grace. I want to be able to sit here on a video and cut a cake and be like, guys, we did it 1 month sober. And it's not about anything about other people telling me I need to sober up. I don't really care about what people wanted from me, okay? I'm my own person. I make my own choices. It's not about, like, that. It's not about, like, oh, she's an alcoholic. I've never been an alcoholic. I never have turned to, like, oh, drinking every... Like, actually, I even think the whole term alcoholic is stupid because people turn to what they need to in times of life because maybe they want to experience it or maybe they're struggling, okay? So no one should label anything anyways. You know what I mean? It's like people have free will to do whatever. It's their body. Why do you care so much? I will never understand. And I feel like labeling people alcoholics and being like, yeah, we can drink, but the way she drinks is unhealthy is so hypocritical because it's like, yeah, but you still drink? I'm sorry, like, you can't do that. But point is, I'm not an all or nothing person. I know eventually I'm gonna go out and drink again. I'm not saying I'm not, but I just think of all the things to give up drinking for. This is not the one. Like, not give up drinking, give up not drinking. You know what I mean? Like, give up sobriety for. This girl's birthday, it's nice and whatever, but like, what will I do there realistically? Like, this is just me here sitting here thinking, right? The girl who I was really close friends with, who's ghosted me, aired me, ignored me, who I blocked on social media because I was like, we were like really close. Like, I literally referred to them as family. Like, they were the ones in that group I would have ride or died for, you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely was, like, I was ready to ride or die. I'd defend their name, if anything, you know what I mean? But that's beyond the point. Like, I've blocked them now because why would I want you following me on my, like, pages? Because we, like, followed each other mutually still afterwards, but it's like, why would you want followers, right, who want nothing to do with you? It doesn't make sense. It's like, you're just watching my every move for what reason? And so what, like, you can give yourself a pat on the back if you see I'm doing better? I don't want them to pat themselves on the back if they see I'm doing better because it was nothing to do with them. I've had to dig myself out of this hole. Every single time I've always dug myself out of my hole by myself, and by the help of my family, and by God's grace, but not by these people, you know what I mean? So it's just like, why are we following each other? Like, so then it would be like one stupid, awkward conversation about that, and then it's like awkward silence with these girls I barely really know, like sober, and I've been out once with them drunk, and they weren't the most talkative. And I can't be asked. Genuinely, I can't be asked. Like, I'm happy with my life. I don't know if this just sounds delusional, but I'm happy with my life. Like, I have no one right now in my life socially, but I'm happy with it. Like, I'm happy with the walks I go on each day. I'm happy with the prayers I make to God. I'm happy with sitting in my bed and napping sometimes. I'm happy with the food shops I do. I'm happy with the meals I eat. I'm happy with my gym routine. I'm happy with my life. And I'm not giving up, okay? I've never made it this close to the finish line before in life, guys. I'm not going. I'm not going. It's gonna make me cry because I don't know, when it's so hard for me to go against what I really want to do sometimes, even if I know it's for the better of me. But I'm not going. I'm gonna make it to that finish line on April 1st or 2nd. The sobriety day of April 2nd, I'm gonna say, because I don't know. I'm very, like, precise with my timings, and I was probably still drunk when it was March the 1st, so we'll say March the 2nd was the day I was first sober to be safe. I'm gonna make it to March 2nd, and I'm gonna cut myself a cake on this stupid channel. No, it's not a stupid channel. I actually love this YouTube channel so much. Like, I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have something to turn my passions to, but yeah, I'm not going. I don't know why it's always so hard for me to turn down social situations, especially when, like, I actually do really not like. It's because I know a side to me exists. But trust me, okay, when I go back home, when I'm with friends who I trust and I want to drink around, I'll drink. I'm not giving up something I've worked so hard on for in this past month, like, on myself, like, my mental health. I no longer have this, like, up and down dopamine, you know what I mean? Like, I used to have such a wavering, days where I felt good, days where I felt depressed, and the days I felt good would literally just be the alcohol, or it would be the fact that I knew I was drinking or something like this. I used to have such, like, a wavering baseline. That now all I have to worry about is, like, my monthly, like, periods and stuff, like the week before maybe I'll waver down a bit. Apart from that, I'm happy. Like, I don't know, I'm just not going. I'm not going, okay? And I'm gonna actually have to stand on this, so I'm gonna actually write a message and just tell her tomorrow and be like, I'm really sorry, I can't go. Like, I have to go down to Coventry or something, make some lie up, but it's not even, I don't want to lie, it's just, I don't want to offend people's feelings, but sometimes you have to put yourself first, you know what I mean? People don't understand the work and effort I put into this shit at this point, and I don't know, you can go back and you can watch from day one. I have dug myself out of the depths. Okay, and by the depths, I mean there is so many routes I could have taken, okay, when people dropped me. Okay, when that whole friend group dropped me, there was so many different paths my mind wanted to take. One's like, show them, double down on this, you know? I don't know why. I have this toxic way of thinking. It's like, if everyone thinks you're trash, let's double down on it and show them just how bad we can be. Like, that was one of the routes I could have taken. I could have taken, like, everything they thought of me, drank, caused chaos, created chaos. I don't know, just doubled down on everything. I could have done so many different ways, but I think I've just lived through this so much now in the past year and a half. I just decided, you know, I know who I am at my core. You know what I mean? If I look back at pictures of me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before I was even, like, old enough to even think of drinking, you know what I mean? I was someone else. I was focused on myself. Maybe I was struggling, okay, but I've always kind of struggled in the past 5 or 6 years, but I was focused on myself at least. Like, at least I wasn't focused on anyone else, and I knew who I was. And that's who I wanted to be, and that's who I'm becoming again, because I'm working on myself again. So I'm not going. I'm not going, okay, guys? And I really hope I stand on this decision. I mean, it's going to be hard, but when push comes to shove, I think I will, because I'll just rewatch this video again in 2 days. But frick's sake, man, why am I making these decisions at 2:54? Anyways, guys, have a good night, I guess. And for anybody watching this who has made probably decisions like me when they've drank, which have made them feel not so good, or I don't know, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do in your life is another thing I just want people to always remember. Like, I always make decisions based on my own just care for myself, you know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to go right now and drink a bottle of Bacardi or like Hennessy I would do it. I don't care. I don't care what other people think of me. I don't care if they looked at me and thought she's a day drinker. I do not care what people could think of me. It's less to do with that this time. It's more to do with I looked back at pictures of myself from the past 3 weeks and it's so strange. But it's like without anyone else, like friend wise, friendship wise, without anything else, like drink wise, because that's the only type of substance I do, you know what I mean? Like without any drink, I'm still thriving. Like I'm actually thriving and doing okay. That's the reason I don't want to drink, you know what I mean? And I feel like I can really feel for people out there who probably are on like sobriety journeys, and I can feel how it must be really hard for people, I guess, who maybe are recovering from certain maybe addictions or struggles and they slip up, you know what I mean? Because I can already feel how hard it feels on me when like I'm not even doing sobriety for like a serious thing. I'm just doing it because like I just want to see where it lead me. But I can already feel how hard it feels for me knowing like eventually I'm gonna have to like give this up. And it's not like anyone's putting a gun to my head and forcing me to give it up. I just know that I don't know, is it bad to say? For some reason, I just feel like I'm too young to give up drinking, and it just doesn't make sense. I don't know why, but I'm like, I haven't even turned 21 yet. Like, in some countries, like in America, I'm not even the legal age to drink yet. That's why I'm like, I can't give it up just yet because I'm too young. Like, I've only just really kind of had a year of drinking or a bit. Like, I don't know, but then I'm like, part of me knows one day I really do just want to go sober. I don't know. Oh gosh, it's hard. I can completely see how people like out there who do like slip back into it and start drinking, then spiral because it is a spiral, I guess. If you've done so long and you tell yourself that you're not drinking and that's what's making you do so well, and then you start drinking, you think, why not mess it up? It's like that double down technique that I normally do. That's why I'm sort of also scared to start drinking again. It's because I don't know, maybe I've just told myself in the past few weeks the whole reason I'm doing so well is because I'm not drinking. So now like I'm scared if I start drinking again, this stupid depressed mindset of mine's gonna come back and I'm just gonna double down on everything and make all the wrong choices. I don't think that's necessarily what's gonna happen, you know what I mean? I think maybe as human beings we need to show ourselves some more compassion in life. Like if you mess up and if you find yourself out there like accidentally drinking, if you're really on a serious sobriety journey, or like you're allowed to show yourself compassion. It's okay, you know what I mean? You've not messed up everything. You're a human being. And I don't know, sometimes talking to ChatGPT has actually really helped me with this. Think of how well you've like done, you know what I mean? Like even if I started to drink today, like right now, like I was talking to ChatGPT about this the other day. I know it sounds bad, but like I sometimes need ChatGPT to talk me off a ledge because it's like I know I'm going to this girl's birthday party on Friday Thursday, right? Because on Monday I was kind of wrapped around the idea of okay I'm going, right. So I was like to ChatGPT, I was like, do I just break sobriety now? Like, do I just drink? Because obviously, like, there's a bottle of Bacardi. There's not a bottle. There's like that much of a bottle of Bacardi left because the last time I drank, we'd bought like this big bottle of Bacardi for everyone, and I left it at my other friend's kitchen. I guess they eventually brought it back to ours, and somehow it's ended up in my room because, like, there apparently they were having a party, so like I just took it from there because I didn't want people to drink it because I'm like I'm on a budget. So when I eventually did start drinking again, it's there, but I haven't touched it. Is the point? But I've got a bit left, so I could literally just walk 5 meters right now and get a drink. Is my point. So I was like talking to ChatGPT. I was like, do I do it like? Just to rip the band-aid off in my eyes is like I don't know. I don't know what this world wants from me sometimes. I don't know why the angle of this camera is so bad sometimes too, but no, I honestly don't because it's like what does the world just want me to like return to like a life of sin? I don't understand to be honest because it's like I wish like I feel like that's why in some religions they say not to drink, you know what I mean? Because part of me wishes like I never started drinking in the first place. If I never knew what like drink could do, I would never like I don't know, like when I was younger I wasn't actually like we were raised in a family where my parents don't drink. Like my mum and dad only drink on weddings, I think. But like I think it was like we were at a festival, right? Or like a concert. I don't know what it was. It was like wireless back there and I was so awkward. Maybe it was because I was going with my brother and his friends because at that point all my friends had like bailed on me or something. So Like, my parents forced my brother to take me to see it, but, like, I was so awkward there. My brother's friend was like, she's so awkward, she needs a drink. At that point, I was too young to take a drink, and I'd also been, like, getting rabies injections, so I couldn't really drink, but I don't know, when I started drinking, there's just this feeling of freedom of, like, I'm free from my thoughts, and that has always been my leading denominator in drinks. The thing is, like, I don't know why, like, you'd think, right, if someone talked about something, like, the way I'm talking about drinking right now, like, I'm dreading it so much having to do it, you wouldn't. No one's putting a gun to my head telling me I'm gonna have to drink. I don't know, I get how this can be a battle for someone trying to stay sober, because once you see that side of yourself, I don't know how to say it, it's like, once you see there's that other side of yourself, and how much potential you have to have fun and stuff, and social media is the worst. You open Instagram Reels, okay, nothing wrong with the app, but, like, my whole page is just, like, drinking. Me and my friend at functions, me and my friend when we drink, it's a Friday, let's all get drunk. There's that on every single thing. It just makes you want to drink. You know what I mean? It's like they push it in your face. It must be actually so hard for recovering, like, people who are trying to be just sober. Like, every time you open an app, you just see all these people glamorizing something. And the thing is, I think people who drink really heavy, like, I can say I drink heavy at this point in life. Like, I do drink. Like, my parents, right, they probably think I'm probably a pretty heavy drinker. I just drink liquor, and a lot of the times I just drink liquor straight. And there was a time last year, right, when I used to drink based on percentage. Like, you know, most people drink based on flavors. No, I was a percent girly, okay? I would go to the store and I'd think, whatever has the highest percent, buddy, give it to me. I'm just trying to get drunk. And some people probably watching this video right now went, oh yeah, she's not a normal drinker. Think what you want to think, that's fine, okay? Everyone's got their own experiences. But, you know, the point is, right, like, we know, like, heavy drinkers, like, or whatever I am, okay, crazy drinkers, maybe some people want to, we know more than anyone how fun it is to drink. Why do you think we get so drunk? Like, it's like, I feel like a lot of recovering, like, people who are, like, sober and stuff, they probably have the wildest memories drunk. We know how fun it is to drink. Like, why do you think we all get drunk, right? But then it's like, and then now you're forced to watch people try and tell you how fun it is. It's, like, so hard to battle those thoughts a lot of the time. So I generally, like, if you're recovering from drinking or, like, recovering from any type of addiction, congratulations to you, because you're doing so well each day just by, like, taking, I guess, the effort to not fall back into it again. And I'm so proud of you, and I know God's so proud of you. And no matter what happens in your path, if you fall down and mess up, I pray, like, it doesn't happen. But even if it does, God's not going to be mad at you. I think God sometimes just wants to see people try. Is, like, I think the thing, like, I know right now, if I fell down and I went to this party tomorrow, I keep saying Thursday, tomorrow is Thursday, but if I went to this party tomorrow and, like, I drank, it's not going to make me any less of a person in God's eyes. Like, obviously I'd repent, and, like, I think I'd also just start praying a bit more, because I feel like I don't know, when you drink, I don't like the idea that when you get blackout, something else takes over you. So I think that I might actually, if I do start drinking, I'm going to start praying a bit more when I'm drunk. I don't know if that's going to, like, counteract effects or whatever, but still, it doesn't make you less of a person in God's eyes. And any normal person and human being who loves you will always stand by you through hard things, is what I've realised. A lot of the times it's your family. That's why I'd say never turn your back on family is my biggest thing. You know what I mean? Like, friends turn your back for anything, because friends don't owe you anything. Family, I don't know, it's like a blood pact, you know what I mean? And I know, like, I'm so blessed to have a family that stands by me through anything. I don't know where this has led, but guys, yeah, no, just have a good night. And if you're having a hard day, or if you've fallen back down with, like, your sobriety journeys, it's okay, you know what I mean? You're not starting from scratch. I feel like if you have a small blip up, just don't count it, okay? Like, everyone's got the right to ignore what they want to ignore. Okay, say you've made it 30 days sober and you accidentally drink one day. In my mind, you're now 31 days sober or 32 days sober. It doesn't change a thing, you know what I mean? It's just society telling you, like, oh, drinking does this. Reality, sober is more of, like, a change in lifestyle, I want to say. Like, when you're sober from who you used to be, you know what I mean? And that's how I'm trying to think of it these days. It's like, I'm no longer this person of just, you know, I wake up each morning and the first thing, well, within the first 5 minutes at least, in my bed, I thank God for waking me up. I never used to do that. And it's strange, but I've done that so much more recently, and it's like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm really tired. I'm actually, like, trying to fall asleep now, but have a good night, guys. Yep. That's the yapathon for today done.